Hey, we're back again on SAFC Fan TV. Everybody's really, really happy, even Deano, because what a week and a bit it's been. Back again then for Thursday Night Live with myself, Philly. We have Deano, Amazon's top delivery driver. Give us a wave, good man. We have young Jack Dodds, who's now a real man since he's turned 18, just about seen his head and shoulders. We do. We have the Mad Mistake. Hello, the Mad Mistake. Give us a wave. Who we've been informed before we came on has been doing a little bit of stripping before he joined us, and back with us with his router, which has been reset. It is Michael Bowers. Give us a wave.
We hope.
There he is. All right. Well, you'll be fine. You'll be fine. Don't forget we are live, which means we are on the live chat. If you'd like to join us, send us a message already in there. CFC Dave 17. Lauren Kenny. Hello, Lauren Kenny. Our friend Acacia Cam and Judy's in there as well. Don't forget, give us a mention. We'll give you a mention in the chat. If there's anything you'd like to discuss, then stick it down there as well. We are missing Jacob down south, who, well, all we know is he's down south. We don't know where he is as yet, but I'm sure he'll be joining us anytime soon. So, what a week. Yet another bogey team we beat in Fleetwood. Sunderland 2, Fleetwood 0. I suppose that's where we should start. We'll start, I think, with Michael Bowers, why we've definitely got a connection. Your views on a 2-0 win then, Michael?
Well, big result, obviously. I mean, I was just looking at this. I was just getting the match report up, looking at the stats. Fleetwood didn't have a shot on goal. From what I did manage to catch, Fleetwood apparently looked quite dangerous in the opening stages. But once, I don't know about you guys, I could tell there was a definite difference between Joey Barton's Fleetwood and Simon Grayson's. I think that from what I saw Fleetwood on Tuesday, they looked like they lacked any fight, any grit, any bite. The usual malarkey that you get with a Joey Barton managed side. So that's Sunderland's problem. You've got to beat what's in front of you. 2 well-taken goals, and I'm quite encouraged by the fact that White didn't get either of them, because as White has had a great season, we can't just rely on Charlie White. We need to, if you want to aim to go up, which still should be the aim, preferably in the top 2, you've got to have people who are going to contribute with different types of goals. Very good cross from McGeady, and I've seen McGeady's now top assist maker in the league, and he's only been playing for 2 months, so that just goes to prove it, doesn't it? It's two, like I said though, it's 2 bogey teams that have been dispatched relatively comfortably. I'm not going to still get ahead of myself, though. There's still a long season left. We've still got about 17 games, I think it is. Crewe won't be an easy game. They're no game where we never seem to have easy games in this league, but we've had a couple of convincing ones. They've just got to keep winning. And if we keep putting pressure on teams above us, we'll see how mentally strong they are. But just keep going. Just keep ourselves on the ground, and hopefully just hope for the best.
Right, fair enough. On the chat already, Thomas Carrigan is looking ahead to Saturday, saying a 1-0 win. Wyke to get on the score sheet again, he reckons. It was Sunderland 2, Fleetwood 0. We do score predictions, and 2 of our lads got it spot on. The Mad Mistake got it right, and young Jack. So we'll go to you, Jack, first. 2-0 Tuesday night. Happy with that?
Yeah, of course, delighted. I think it's one of those games like you've got to win if you want to get promoted, where, Fleetwood, as they always do in typical Fleetwood fashion, didn't make it easy for us. They came for quite a scrappy game. I think they came for the point, really. And I think it was one of those games where the old Sunderland side wouldn't have been able to break them down. But we got there in the end, and we kept plugging away, and we were resilient. And I think we found a way in the end. And I think a side that doesn't get promoted doesn't win that game. It just seems as if, to be honest, at the moment, Aidan McGeady only really needs that kind of one moment on the ball in the game to really create something. And he got it and we created it. As I say, it was one of those games where you just got to keep pushing and keep fighting. And I think, the Sunderland team of a little while ago would have ended up dropping points in that game, but we didn't. We got there in the end, and I think it did signs of a side that could get promoted. We just need to keep doing it.
Right. On the chat, Mick Griffiths says, "Where's Young South?" Which we presume you mean Jacob.
Young North?
To be honest, yeah, you're Young North. Young South, we don't know where he is. To be honest, he would have sent us a message if he wasn't going to make it. So we are a little bit concerned. We're going to be putting checks on him, see if we can find him. Terry, 2-0. against Fleetwood, bogey side. What did you think to the game?
After the first couple of minutes, I was a little bit worried because I thought Fleetwood looked quite dangerous, and then all of a sudden we took over the game and started to dominate the match after that. The first 5 minutes, for the next 85 minutes, I thought we dominated the game. They never really looked threatening after that. I thought, there's a breath of fresh air around the Sunderland scenario, whole Sunderland Stadium, everything. With the new owner coming in, the players are now starting to understand and believe and feed into Lee Johnson what he wants them to do. And the whole team looks, revitalised. Logo 9, you can play him anywhere, absolutely anywhere, doing a great job in the centre as a centre-back. Sanderson's looking quite good now. Somebody said to me on the chat before that looks like a Sean Elliott from the olden days, the way he holds himself, the way he runs around the park. So he looks quite well. He looks good. Max Power has a new lease of life for me. He's just different altogether now. He's like on the pitch. He's barking out instructions. He's everywhere. And I thought Aidan O'Brien well deserved that goal. Good movement inside the box. McGeady first half didn't think was particularly good, but he came to life in the second half just when I had me doubts, and he was a brilliant cross in, couple of decent shots. And I was even though we were 0-0 at half time, I wasn't that worried. I always thought we were going to break them down at some point. We'd wear them out at some point. We were just too strong, simple as, and it's up and up. But here we go. We got a bit of a cushion now between sort of us and the 7th place team. And I think things are starting to look very good. And Lee Johnson is absolutely over the moon with the way things are going. The first half, he wasn't very happy, mind. But at half time, he sorted the lads out. And yes, 3 points, over the moon, over the moon.
That's good stuff then. Obviously, when you mentioned Sean Elliott, the other 3 on here, there was only me and you who know who Sean Elliott is because the other 3 went. Sean Elliott, yeah, back in the day. Stu Shaw says, "Great to see Larry Grayson keep his Stadium Alight record." I saw it somewhere. I don't know if it was one of you lads who put it on, but he's never actually won a game at the Stadium Alight.
No, he hasn't.
And he was our manager. Is that right? That is unbelievable.
Yeah, that's correct. It says a lot, doesn't it? Says a lot, doesn't it?
I couldn't believe it when I said I don't know if it came from one of you. I don't know if he was pulling me leg or whatever, and I saw it, and it's just unbelievable. But anyway, that's 3 games in a row. A trip to Wembley, new owners and everything. So over to you, Deano, to bring us back down to earth with a thump. Come on.
I've got nothing really bad to say. To be fair, it's
What?
Whoa!
You're being positive tonight. Who are you and what have you done? Who are you and what have you done with Deano Elgar? You're not the same person.
Can somebody take his temperature?
I'm a bit delirious.
Where's your dad? Get Raymond to take a temperature.
Anyway, it's been a good week for Sunderland. I mean, owners sacking Jack Rodwell or whatever his name was, Barry Rodwell or his brother, whoever it was. He got sacked. I mean, it's just positive. It was positives all around. We got the 4.
Is that Barry Rodwell?
Oh, he farted as well. It stinks. Oh, you did. Right.
Lovely. Absolutely lovely.
That absolutely stinks, that, like.
I can smell it from here. Oh, my God.
Right,
that's it. I can't deal with it.
Everyone just right, I'm off.
Hang on as well. Deano, you've just exposed your, the fact that you haven't done your bed there, and it's
Conrad's been going on about me bed. Conrad's been going on about me bed since we started. I've not long got out of bed, so priorities, mate. Priorities.
That could be interpreted the wrong way.
Right? Can I continue? What I was going to say.
Yes,
now, please?
Yeah, bring us down to earth. Go on, then, Deano.
Right.
As you always do.
Like you say, it's been a good week. I mean, Stuart Donald's no more. We've got the new streaming service with the new camera angles, which was a delight. Rodwell got sacked or let go or he resigned or whatever. I mean, it's just, and then we won against another bogey team. It would have been even better if it was against Joey Barton's Fleetwood, but this was Simon Grayson's Fleetwood. And we all know Simon Grayson can't motivate the team to save his life. I think he's a terrible football manager. He's probably not even good enough for League One, in my opinion. I just don't think he's got the tactic knowledge or how to get some players up for motivation, up for games like against us. But the game overall, I thought it had a bit of everything. There was times where we were really good passing-wise. It turned into a scrappy game now and again. But I don't think they registered a single shot at Lee Burge on target.
They didn't.
Which you can
Didn't even have a shot on target.
Not even a shot.
You could put that down as them were a bad team, or you could put it down we really done well defensively. It just depends on what you think. In my opinion, we've done well defensively. I thought Luke O'Nien, class at the back. He was everywhere, winning headers. Deon Sanderson, he looks class at centre back, even though I don't believe he is actually centre back. And then you've got Conor McLaughlin. I mean, we all remember Conor McLaughlin when he first came in. He was awful, and now he's playing like he was part of the League One PFA Team of the Year or whatever he was in. He's playing like that now. He's a totally different player. We kept a clean sheet. We scored 2 goals, and Aidan McGeady is just showing me up because I said I didn't rate him anymore, and now he's top assister. I mean, it just shows what I know about football, doesn't it? So yeah, positives all round. It's actually quite nice to not criticise anybody. It's actually nice to say nice things instead of criticising people.
I'm not sure we like this Deano. I like the old Deano. He's all doom and gloom. Right then, well, Lauren Kenny says where we're. Oh no, Conor McLaughlin been a different player under Johnson. Teddy Foley, I thought Conor McLaughlin was absolutely class on Tuesday. We're only going to get round to him in a bit. Our friend Matthew Lead, hello Matthew Lead, give him a wave down there. Says Michael has got the best internet now. You have, Michael. It worked. You should have done it last week when we asked you, but you're looking good. You're looking super sexy, Bowers. Yes, always.
Thank you very much. That's the only time I'll ever be associated with the word sexy.
Yes, Terry.
What's your opinion on the game? Did you watch it?
I was trying to. I watched it on and off because I was trying to keep my eye on these and on the chat. I thought it was very, very scrappy myself. I just, I found it a hard watch. I think I went into it expecting the follow on from Saturday when we were brilliant, and I just thought it didn't look. I wasn't 100% sure was going to score. I know you said after the first 5 minutes you always thought we were going to score, but I don't know. I think I went into it expecting a bit more, but well, no, you can. I mean, it was a good win. They didn't really offer that much, and I thought the more we got into the game, the better we got. But I was a bit. I don't want to turn into Deano, but I was a bit. I know it was a 2-0 win, but
what's wrong with turning into me?
Well, no,
Philly.
I've not got any mirrors in your house. What's that?
I broke them all, mate. I broke them all.
If you put a cap on, just turn slightly that way. You both look identically the same. Both the same top on, same cap on. It's my bad eyesight.
The thing is, Terry, Philly can't grow a beard like me.
Lord goes great.
Philly doesn't want to grow a beard like you. I predicted 4-0. So I think I missed it. Thank God. I predicted 4-0, and so I was expecting a really 5-star performance, 4 goals, easy win, and everything. So I think I'm not dissing a 2-0 win. I'm over the moon with it. But so that was sort of my thoughts on it. I I was just about to go up the chat as well. Where was I at? I've lost it now. Right, I'll have to go back and look at that. Right. So we was watching the stream and we've got these new camera angles. I'd like to get your thoughts on that. Terry, what did you think? Better experience for you?
I didn't even notice it.
What?
Honestly, I was that involved in the match. I didn't really take much notice of the camera angles. It just like I didn't know any difference. To be honest, I didn't. Honest. I know it buffered quite a little bit, but my Wi-Fi is a bit dodgy in the other bedroom. But honestly, I didn't really know the difference. I couldn't really tell. I need to take more notice. I've only got one eye, so I couldn't really tell. I'll concentrate on watching the players. I'm trying to commentate that much and watching the players. I didn't really concentrate on the angles of the game.
The thing is about Terry, he starts singing and spinning around on his chair, so he doesn't take much notice anyway because he's singing all the time.
That's what it is.
I mean, I've got to say, I thought it was it was a very professional job. I thought it looked 20 times better than it has been. I thought it stood out a mile, but obviously not with Terry not even noticing. Deano,
I'll make a little note to myself. Note to myself. Watch the stream properly for angles on Saturday. I'll write that down.
Right. Okay. Deano, what did you think? Was it a better experience for you?
It was what you call sexy camera angles. I mean, do you know when you look at yourself at one angle and you think, oh, I just look plain, and then you change the angle and it makes you look so much better and thinner and a bit more like, whoa, look at that angle. That's what it was like. You see different angles. It wasn't just the one angle. Don't get us wrong, the cameramen were awful sometimes. Sometimes they didn't even catch up to the play. But it was just nice to have other angles to look at, not looking at the replay, the same angle like you've seen it. It actually showed you from different angles, which I thought it was, like you say, it was a breath of fresh air. It was really nice, and hopefully they can even improve on it more. Like, get us to commentate on it. That would be even better. That would even be better if we got to commentate on
it. Are you trying to make this
trying to make what, Terry?
Are you trying to make those two redundant, like?
No, them will be all right, man. Them will be all right. They're on too much money.
Plenty of cash. I don't even know who Frankie is. Who is this Frankie Fraser? Wait, where's he come from? What is he?
Frankie Fraser.
Oh, Frankie Francis, that's him, right? Seems a canny bloke.
Lead singer of Frankie and the Heartaches.
Oh my God!
Was he on One Direction?
No, man, but he did it. That's what he got his own band. He was in there. Called Francis Strings or something.
Oh, grand mistake. Man.
No, Frankie and the Heartbreakers, Heartstrings, something.
Heartstrings, I think, isn't it?
Right, I'm going to pop and get me tea, right? So I'll carry on without us for a minute.
Oh, no.
So that's why he's been cocking up so much, because he wants to.
Someone's got the priority straight after.
I bet you're decorating, man. I've got time. I haven't got any time at all.
Right. People on the chat then are saying, Bradley Young is saying, what's going on, Deano? Obviously all this changed. There's a bit of love for you. Mick Griffiths is saying, Deano. Conrad Lee, our editor. What's that?
Saying whole three fingers up if you're being held captive.
Jack, stop interrupting Philly when he's trying to talk, man, are we? Be a bit more polite. I know you've just grown up, but let Philly talk.
Right, listen. Conrad Lee, our editor, says now he's Delightinator rather than the Doominator. Mad Mackham says, what's up with the Dementor? See, Stu Shaw says, Deano not smiling. He needs winding. And Conrad Lee says, Hulk Hogan farting in his room. Barley. So new camera angles we was on about, Michael. So what did you think? Did it make the experience a whole lot better for you?
The stream. Sorry, I'm just saying the stream tonight's just ridiculous. The camera angles. On a serious note, the camera angles, it made it look a lot more professional. As Deano said, I got bored of watching like one camera angle over and over again, and you couldn't tell half the time if what a decision was, if there was the right one, because you couldn't zoom in, you couldn't get a replay, you couldn't get a different camera angle closer to where the incidents on the pitch occurred. It was good to see. It's good to see that we've actually put a bit of investment in that. A question I would ask, though, what's going to happen with Saturday? Because the camera angles are good at the Stadium of Light, but what's happening when we go away from home? Do we take a bunch of extra cameras with us and then place them all around the pitch or something?
No, I think it's down to crew, and a crew organise that. Yeah. So I suppose if we're bad, I suppose if we don't play very well, we'll only be not very well from one angle rather than loads of different angles. Matthew Lead as well says Terry sleeps standing up, seeing as he has his mattress up against the wall. Yeah.
I'm a vampire.
So Jack, what did you think then? Did it improve the experience for you with the extra camera angles?
No, definitely. I mean, watching the match on a stream is never going to replicate the experience of being there. But I think just having extra camera angles, just being able to see how the match has unfolded from different views, it made it that little bit nicer. It kind of made us forget a little bit what kind of division we're in, almost in a way, where you would go to the Champions League or the Premier League and they've got 100 odd cameras, picking up every single piece of the action from every angle. It just, like I say, added the experience, and I think that's really helpful when we're actually in a period where the experience of watching the match is at an all-time low with it being on a stream.
Right, fair enough. There's still people going on about Deano. Boo, I want morning Deano. Deano's had a bang on the head, apparently. Deano being nice. There's all these shocked. It's just unheard of. Thomas Garrigan says, class top that, Jack. Yeah, probably one of my favourite tops, that the 1992 Cup final one, before most of you were born.
I was born 1992, mate. I was born
1992.
All right.
Just saying.
Only.
You're going to stick that on your CV?
Right. All right. Well, what I want to say then, have you managed to watch the KLD interview? What he did at halftime? Have you managed to watch it?
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
Yes.
I'd like to get your I'd like to get your views on what you think, whether it's a positive thing. I know what Deano's going to come back with, so Deano will leave you till last. Jack, what did you think? Was it promising? Does it get you excited, or as an 18-year-old boy, I suppose a lot of things get you excited, do they not?
I knew that.
Oh, for goodness sake, this is getting disturbing now.
I know. We'll lose no minds on this stream tonight, man. I mean, I haven't sat and watched it from start to finish, but obviously I've been on Twitter, so I've seen all the main talking points, all the main things he said, and people have been quoting him. And don't get us wrong, a lot of the things he's been saying are very positive, and I like the way he talks. But let's not forget, Stuart Donald came in and did the exact same thing, and look how that turned out. He said a lot of good things, and that won us over. And don't get us wrong, I know some people said that they saw through him from day one, and that's fair enough. But I was one of the people who actually, bought into the things he was saying, and I was really excited by what he was saying. So we've seen some action from KLD already, but to me, I want to judge him more on his actions and not his words. So actually, Philly, this didn't excite the 18-year-old boy you sat talking to too much. It excited us a little bit, though, a little bit.
What actions have you seen that he's done so far then?
Oh no, I mean, don't get us wrong, he hasn't done anything major, but Michael, you all right?
Hang on, Michael Bowers. Michael, what are you doing? We're not being rude.
That's not being rude. That's a first for tonight's stream, isn't it?
Yeah, right. Fair enough.
No,
sorry, Jack.
He hasn't done absolutely loads, and for me, it'll come down into scenarios like transfer windows or when players are being difficult with contracts. That's when we'll really see what type of man KLD is and what type of owner he's going to be. But I think in terms of the actions he has done so far that have been positive, you know, it's a really small thing, and I don't know if it was his decision, but even just having the extra camera angles there, and it's the way that he'd literally been in charge of the club from day one, and Rodwell had stepped down, resigned, whatever, left the club, and they were already talking about restructuring the academy. He hasn't done anything major yet, but until he's done a few major things, I don't think we can really properly judge him. So as for his interview, yeah, I like a lot of things he had to say, but I'm not gonna get too excited about it yet. I mean, I am excited, but you know, I'm trying to restrain myself a little bit.
Right, Conrad says that. Conrad says Jacob's alive, so I'm assuming he's been in touch with him. We still don't know where he is, but good news, Jacob is alive. Terry, KLD, have you seen the bits he said, and are you happy with what he said? Are you excited, or is it just another case of Stuart Donald all over again?
No, well, he went to Leeds Beckett University and I think he did his degree there. So apparently he didn't party much. He keeps himself to himself, and he's a sensible lad. And I think he's distanced himself already from Stuart Donald and the previous regime. And I think if he had the opportunity, he would have bought the whole club, lock, stock, and barrel, and got rid of them straight away. So what he said about the stripping of the club of the previous regime, I think what the exact comment was, but it's basically
asset stripping.
More asset stripping. That was it. Asset stripping. Now I know asset stripping in his language is probably different to what we sort of think it means, but he's basically saying that the club was stripped back to the bare bones to save money, and he's not going to do the same sort of thing. He wants to build it up again. And I don't think he's going to follow the same direction as Donald and Methven, where you're on every single chat show going, on every single TV show going, every single fan out there, and every single, you know, sort of website talking to every Tom, Dick, and Harry. He's going to be an owner, like an owner should be. He'll have his advisors there who will go out and do press conferences, and he will have an interview every now and again, and he will show his face at every single match. And apparently, I think he's at Ramside at the moment in one of the nice luxury apartments, and he's probably getting his own nice big mansion somewhere in the northeast, or getting refurbished now. So he's settling in the northeast life, and he's had a lot of time in England already. So I'm very happy with the whole situation. I think he comes across really well, really good, intelligent bloke, and I can't wait to see what he does. I can't wait until we get like the pitch sorted out, till we get the academy sorted out, until, you know, build the club up bit by bit. He's not going to throw his millions and his billions at the club. I don't think he's going to throw his wealth at it, but he will.
Oh.
He will.
Terminator.
His nest egg that he's got from his mother, he will put a little bit into it, but he's a clever bloke. He'll find other ways, and he will put some money into it, but he won't just throw good money after bad like Stuart, like Ellis did. Ellis just threw good money after bad at every Tom, Dick, and Harry that came along. Every idiot that got at the club, he just gave them millions and millions, and he wasted all that money. He's a lot clever. He wants to put his stamp in the footballing world in England, and he thinks Sunderland is a fantastic opportunity to build this club up, get them back to the Premier League, you know, and really show his stamp in the footballing world. For me, I think he's going to be absolutely fantastic, me, personally.
Well, you're saying, you know, he won't put billions in, he'll just put a little bit, but I imagine his little bit compared to Stuart Donald's little bit is going to be massive.
Yeah, Stuart Donald drained the club. He didn't put anything into it. He drained it and sucked it dry like a vampire on a freshly human being.
Not a big fan of Stuart Donald then, Terry?
Not particularly, no, but I don't like Charlie Methven even more.
He hates him. He claims he doesn't hate anyone, but he hates the pair of them.
I don't hate Charlie Methven. I dislike him immensely.
Right. So the interview then, Michael. Oh, hang on. Before we go to you, just quickly on the chat, Thomas Garrigan says, "What you watching Arsenal down south, Jacob?" Apparently, and Archer said, the graphics and the angles were a lot better because there was new graphics on the stream as well, wasn't there? Which were all fancy, which does get me going. I like anything like that. Wait, Terry, man.
There's still balls as well.
What graphics was that?
Yeah, well, they put a little C for
Chris Maguire.
Yeah, Chris Maguire won't be, but never mind. See them problems.
Funny.
It's funny because we know somebody who begins with a little C as well.
Charlie Medfin.
Yes, Jacob. I meant Jacob. I meant Michael. KLT. That's Jacob. If you're watching,
Do you say KLT?
KLD.
No, I said DLC.
This is ketchup. Oh, I thought you said
DLC.
He's like ketchup, lettuce, tomato, or something.
No, DLT. You know what DLT is? The hairy cornflake, man. Oh, yous are all far too young. Far too young.
KLD.
Right.
Right. I'll answer your question on the interview then. I did catch it not long after. I did catch it a couple of days ago. Not long after I got in from work, and I was quite impressed with some of the things he said. But like Jack said, it's Stuart Donald was in the same position. I'm just taking a step back and waiting to see if he delivers on what his words are. It's good that he's putting a bit of money into, say, the streaming, into the pitch itself, which I think we need. We need to get that pitch looking half decent. I'm not like Terry. I'm not expecting we're in this league. Certainly, when it comes to transfers, we're not going to, and we can't see any money till the summer anyway. And even if we are in League One, we're not going to go out and splash loads of money on transfers, and we shouldn't. We've got to be smarter about the way we go about our transfer business, and we've got to make ourselves self-sustainable. More money out in the near future. I would expect more money to be involved off the pitch. Apart from the playing surface, it'll be off the pitch rather than transfers or wages or anything like that. Long term down the line, we'll wait and see. It's good that he's mentioned a long-term plan. We don't. It feels like we've really lacked one of those for years and years. It felt like even under Ellis Shaw, we tried to go down a certain direction, and then suddenly it starts to go pear-shaped. We crap ourselves, and then we just abandon it and go for a different direction altogether. This time, hopefully, we'll trust the process a bit more and see what happens. Again, we're probably going to have to go down the likes of Brentford, for instance, where they produce some really good talent, sell it for a massive amount of money, which can go back into the infrastructure of the club and also can help get in some decent players as well. So I'm cautiously optimistic, I guess, but I'm going to wait and see what happens. We've been in this position before. We'll see if this time it amounts to any better, because, boy, we deserve some success.
Right, okay. Back on the chat. Oh, go on then, Terry.
Isn't he the 11th richest owner in England now?
Fifth, isn't it? Isn't it the fifth?
Is it the fifth, is it?
No idea.
Sure, someone said fifth.
No idea.
KLD the fifth.
I mean, KLD, only 24-year-old, is a young, ambitious... When have we ever had a young, ambitious owner before at the club?
I thought he's 23, isn't he?
23 and 24, Tish and Pish.
The fifth, all right.
It's like saying you're 60 rather than 59.
Yeah, I wish. Right, back on the chat. Oh, you're terrible tonight. A lot of yous. Stu Shaw says the streaming was much better.
I was going to say, Phil, you're the worst one.
I'm not, man. Listen, the streaming was much better. This is from Stu Shaw. Think Deano is thinking about the sexy angles of his unmade bed. He says, the Bristolian
Stu Shaw
says, Bristolian Mackham says Dino's not used to saying positive words, so he struggled to get them out. Nigel Dunn, a friend of ours, says she offers me protection. I'm loving angles instead. Dino won't get it.
Nigel Dunn, I haven't heard that name mentioned for a while.
He's a busy man.
Then, well, why we're on song. The song lyrics and stuff like that. Rough as a Badgers says it's Frankie and the banjo strings. Right. Right. This is getting out of hand. Dino, KLD the fifth. Did you see his interview, or have you heard bits of it? I know you're excited. Hang on. Before you. Terry wants to interrupt
can I
you.
ask you a question?
What?
Do you know when we did a video call this morning, your bed was made, so why is it messy now? What the hell have you been doing this afternoon?
I've been lying in my bed watching films, mate.
Who with?
Myself. Me, myself, and I.
All right.
I want to know what video you were making this morning.
That's for another day. Hey.
Do you know what? It's a good thing for Jacob, who's got a pure soul, that he's not listening to this.
It is. Deano, KLD the
Yes.
fifth. Are you impressed or what?
He's thinking make his bed by 7:30 on an evening though.
You still got a single bed. Shut up.
I haven't.
So is Terry. It's standing up on the wall behind him.
What's this crap of beds tonight like, man? We're going to talk about football.
Yeah, God's
I know.
sake.
Come on, Awe. Right, KLD, Awe, let's get back on it.
Right. I was actually surprised.
About the videos he was watching.
I was actually surprised of the interview. I didn't realise his English was that good. I didn't think the bloke would have spoke much English, but his English seems spot on. But I'm not jumping on the bandwagon like, oh, this bloke's going to be the changer, because he said similar things to what Stuart Donald said. He changed the stream. It's like when Donald's changed the seats. He's just upgraded something. That's exactly what Stuart Donald done, and we know how that turned out. The only positive you can look at it is that we know Dreyfus has money. We know that. Whereas Donald, everyone was like, he's not even worth 10 million or how much he was ever worth. So that was always the thing what held Donald back. The fact he didn't have money, but the fact we know KLD has money. So that's the only positive you can really take. I don't look at an interview and go, oh, he's this, that, and the other. You've got to see him in action. You've got to see him offering players. Like, say, for like the Madja thing, for example. If a player, say, like Luke O'Nien wants to leave, you offer Luke O'Nien as much money as he wants to keep him, because he is a big asset for the club. Same with the likes of Charlie Wyke at the moment. You offer him a new contract. You need to get these players tied down to contracts, and that can come down to KLD's money and how much you'll offer them, because there is no wage cap anymore. So you can offer him as much as you pick and want. So I want to see that side. I want to see if he's going to be committed to getting players on new contracts, see what he does in the transfer market. I'm going to start judging him from the contracts he's going to do this season in the transfer market next season. That's what I'm going to judge him on. Right now, you can't judge him because you can't do much.
Judge Deano.
Right. Terry's trying to get in there. Terry?
Does anybody know who's paid back the Americans the 10 million? Was it KLD or was it Madrox? Does anybody know?
Apparently it was never used.
It was never used.
It just sat there.
Was it not used to fix the lift in the academy? Well, I could be
as far as I'm aware. Right. Well, back on the chat very quickly. Where we at? DJ. Oh, Dean Wood says, "Come on, put this subject to bed." DJ Sizzler says, "Football bedtime stories." Oh, because you haven't bothered making your bed, Deano, as well. This is about, man.
You know what? You know what? I was watching me film in bed with me pack of crisps and chocolate and drinks and that.
Oh,
and then I had to jump on here, so I quickly put my son top on and jump on. I haven't had time. I've been on 40, but I haven't had time to make it.
So you're naked from the waist down? No, no.
What's your reason having a day off? It's so draining, you know.
You have no idea, Michael, how drained it is.
Jack, I think everybody's been gone for the last half an hour. Oh, bye-bye, Jack. See ya.
Listen,
my brain cells like.
Right, listen. Back on the chat, because Stu Shaw's come back with another perler down here. Deano, have you ever been outside the UK? Everybody speaks English better than you.
Does Scotland count as out the UK? That's the furthest I've been in Scotland.
Well, listen.
They don't even speak English up there in Scotland. They don't speak English. They speak Scottish. I didn't have a clue what they were talking about.
Oh, God. Listen, KLD studied football management at Leeds Uni. Apparently, Barry Shepard says. You was astonished that he's English, but I would imagine he's had a pretty good education growing up. So, and as you know, when you live in another country, you know, English tends to be your second language anyway. For me, the bits I saw of this interview, I was I get what you're saying about, we've heard it all before from Stuart Donald, but Deano touched on it. The difference is this kid's got billions. Stuart Donald, just had a smidgen of money, didn't have enough money. So there is that difference there. I liked the way he talked about the assets stripping, where, everything's been stripped to the bare bones, to the point of really the football club doesn't run itself properly anymore. I mean, I don't know if it was you, Terry, who said the first thing he should do is reinstate John Cook. The kit man would be a fantastic move to do that. The pitch has not been in its best state. I just think that the cutbacks have gone too far, but it looks like KLD's noticed that, and he's addressing that and saying, right, we've got to get back, to and employ whoever we need to. Deano?
Thing is, I look at it this way: with the cutbacks might have been necessary. We might have had to do it because our wage bill was so high in the first season, and we all know that we had players on massive wages like Catamol, McGee. I know Stuart Donald says we can keep them on contracts, we can afford it, but he's going to say that though, isn't he? He would have said that. There's no good coming out and go, I can't afford to keep these players, blah blah blah. So maybe the cutbacks were kind of necessary just to keep her on a financial playing field where we weren't going to go into debt. I don't know much about the finances, but it might have been necessary at the time, because I don't want to see our club end up like Bolton Wanderers and stuff like that.
Look at
because it is possible.
Right before. Oh, go on, Terry.
Nissan are furloughing a lot of their staff apparently next week. So why couldn't they just furlough John Cook? So he got his wage, kept him in the back burner until everything got sorted out properly, till KLD came in, and then get him back in again as a kit man. Should have just furloughed the bloke, simple as. The way they went on about it was ridiculous. The way it treated that bloke, it was pathetic.
Not bad shout.
That's the kind of regime Donald and Methven were in charge of Sunderland. I'm pleased they're gone. The only thing that I'm not happy about, that they have a little bit of a smidgy still at the club.
Right, I was gonna go to the chat, but there's very little bit of the chat that I can read out because it's filthy, to be honest. I mean, a lot of it, and it's all because of you lot starting this. We have got
and where could that have come from, I wonder?
Well, I don't know. But Conrad says, is Terry's tea time always 7 p.m. onwards? Apparently, Terry's been stripping. Apparently, Conrad. Listen, I've got someone here to see you. All right, just. Is he?
Has he arrived?
Who was it?
Have you got a? Listen,
timekeeping horrendous, man.
You're late. Have you got a note from your parents?
Yeah, man. I finished work too late, but grabbed myself a cheeky Mackey's on the way home. Great show tonight, lads.
Jacob, you're 40 minutes late. You still can't get a bloody shave.
No, I trimmed it yesterday. I didn't shave it properly. I left a bit on.
Well, you should have sorted your hair out while you was on as well. What's going on there?
My barnet's still growing, mate. 70s.
So Jacob, what's your opinion on KLD? You interview them?
Yeah, very promising. But like Jack said, whilst I was watching the show coming home from work, we have heard this all before with Stuart Donald. I think we've basically just got to give him the time and patience to just get on with his job, really. I think one of the main perks, I would say, is at least he hasn't got a Netflix documentary following him about every single place he needs to go this time around, unlike Stuart Donald. But he can just get on with what he needs to do in privacy. I think you can't really judge what's going to happen in the first few months, but I think leading up to the start of next season and what we do in the summer, I think his plans will slowly start to come into place. Oh.
Hello?
Phil is froze on a fantastic frame, like.
I'm still moving.
What an image that is.
Right, listen.
Is Deano making his bed?
I brought him back on once, but he's disappeared again. Look, Bradley Young. Bradley Young on the chat says, can you give Joanne Young a shout out, please, as it's her birthday tomorrow. So happy birthday to Joanne Young.
Happy birthday, Joanne Young. Happy birthday tomorrow.
Happy birthday. And it's his mum and dad's 9th year together today. So 9 years together, Bradley Young. So for your mum and dad and for your sister Joanne.
Nice one.
Round of applause. There you go. Right. There's loads. There's loads I was still trying to... I've been trying to get through. Before we go any further, I need to... how delayed are you, Deano?
He's still on the Sunday bunch.
Oh, who's this?
What do you mean?
Somebody's going to make his bed for him.
His dad's making his bed. His dad's making his bed for him. How old are you? 10?
It's something I expected, Jack. That
changing his
Jack's parents making his bed for him.
There he is, Hulk Hogan. When it comes crashing down. Someone's got to make your bed, Dean. He wouldn't have got to come in if you could just make your bed properly.
I'm jumping straight back in here as soon as we get off. I don't know why you've done that for. Waste of time.
You just wanted to embarrass you.
This is going to be the most random show I think I've ever done.
Oh God, this is just out of control, man. Right, listen. We're doing when Sunderland. Oh wait, let me try and get this out, lads. So not like that. When we play at Wembley against the Tranmere Rovers, obviously we still can't go down as fans. So we are going to do a special show on here, and we would like you lot to be part of it. So what we're doing is we're asking you lot to send us in if you got any memories of Wembley. You any photographs, any bits of footage you want to send us, so what we can include in the show. But also, if you're just a fan of the show and you watch all the time, record a little video on your phone, just saying who you are and good luck to the lads, and I hope you win at Wembley and stuff like that. And if you can do that for us, we will include it as a clip in our Wembley show, which we're going to do for the Papa John's final. So if you can send that to, we've got our email address, which I'll just stick up on the screen for you there. That is our email address. You can send it, any stuff via that or any of our social media platforms. So anything at all. If you're overseas and you want to send us a video, tell us where you're from, a little message for the lads, wishing them luck for the final on the day, and we'll try and include you in our Wembley show. So if you want to do that, start getting those in now, and then we can get those prepared. So talking of Wembley, hang on. Talking of Wembley, Tranmere Rovers this week apparently wanted to make a request to have the final postponed or put back a bit, until they could allow some fans into the ground. Well, I'd like to get your thoughts on that. Michael, do you want to go first?
Yeah, when it eventually catches up to everybody else. Yeah, well, it wouldn't be it's a shame, really, the fans wouldn't be able to go if it was pushed back until May. I think it is. It probably would have been after the season was done, and even then, you're not going to get that. You're not going to be able to get as many fans as you want in anyway. I think people who've had season or season tickets, whichever term you prefer, it's fair that they get first dibs. But there's going to be a load of people unhappy. So in that sense, I think I'd rather it just got played. I can understand why Tranmere would appeal for it, because they could probably do the extra money. But as far as I'm concerned, just get it out of the way, get it done, get it played, and then we don't have to think about this later on down the line. As far as I'm concerned, anyway.
Deano, would you put it back for the sake of? I mean, they're on about 10,000 fans and it's 5,000 each. Or would you just rather just play it straight away?
Play it straight away. I mean, the season's been played behind closed doors on me. It's just a Papa John's Trophy final. It doesn't really matter. It doesn't have any significance. You can't make a lot of money off it.
Anyone?
I mean, it would be unfair. It would be unfair to allow people to go because, like Michael just said there, people with season tickets should be allowed to go first. But that's unfair because I cancelled my season ticket because I needed that £200 at the time, or how much it was, the £300. So it's a bit unfair to say the people who kept their season ticket, because them can't probably afford to have their season ticket still, whereas I couldn't. So it's a bit unfair, and you can't just nitpick who can go and who can't. It would be unfair on all the fans who would want to go. So don't postpone it. Just let it happen. Whatever will be. Simple as that.
Deano, have you moved into Michael Bowers' house now?
No, me. I don't know what's happened to me internet. I mean.
Right, okay, we'll just we don't know what's happening tonight. Right.
You should try it, Deano.
I mean, I get what you're saying. The people picked to go would be the people who kept the season tickets on, but fair play if you did that. And I also understand, I mean, my season ticket went, I couldn't afford to keep it on, so but I get what you're saying. Jacob, do you think it should be put back so fans could be allowed in, a few fans, or would you just play it now?
We had this debate on Tuesday, and to be honest, I think we just need to play it now. To be honest, we're on the road to recovery in terms of what the government outlined on Monday, the roadmap leading up to the 21st of June. And even though it would be nice for fans to go, listen, I think we just need to accept that it's one of those seasons where it will go down in history where no fans have been able to attend football matches, and we'll look back on it fondly in the future. It is a shame, but listen, there's not much we can do. And like Deano said, it's no disrespect, it is only the Papa John's trophy. To be honest, obviously, if we win it, it'll be a bonus. It'll be the first time we've ever won the trophy. And I think important thing to note is let's hope it's the last time we're ever playing in the competition, to be honest, because that's, I think, a stepping stone moving forward. And I think we need that as motivation to take the club forward in the right direction. Saying that because obviously League One and League Two clubs only are allowed to compete in this competition. But if it was played in May, to be honest, I mean, only 10,000 are allowed to go. I think there was a few comments on social media earlier in the week. I think people were saying, if I bought a ticket to that Walsall game in 2019, would I be able to get a ticket as one of the 10,000 to go to that final? But we can't do much about it, to be honest. Get the game played, to be honest, and keep up the Wembley buzz that we've got amongst ourselves right now. Just can't wait for the final. Let's get this played, man.
All right. Jacob, because you came on late, are you just trying to get your money's worth there?
Sorry?
Not that it doesn't matter. Dean Wood says it would be the only time Tranmere and Sunderland would have the equal amount of fans. Terry, what do you think? Would you put it back and allow a few fans in?
Personally, I'm not really bothered either way. I can understand why Tranmere are doing it. I mean, this is their FA Cup, isn't it? Tranmere are not going to have many opportunities throughout the whole of their history to get to Wembley. Because, no disrespect to Tranmere, they're a small club. They're not really going to ever have the same ambition as Sunderland have. We have the possibility of getting promoted and then eventually back in the Premier League. And we could be at Wembley in 10 years' time, 5 years' time in the FA Cup final. You never know. I can't ever see Tranmere being in that situation. So I feel for their fans. And Tranmere don't get massive amount in the ground anyway. So 5,000 fans would cover a lot of their season card holders, or even most of them, to be honest. So I do understand why they're trying to do it. They've got a small club. They need their money. They need the money into the club, because unlike us, we've got a billionaire owner. They haven't. So I understand where they're coming from. I do understand where they're coming from, and I do feel for Tranmere, because they're at Wembley for the first time for a long time. And I'm not bothered either way. I'm really not bothered either way. Either way, I wouldn't be going to Wembley anyway. So if it means Tranmere fans can go and enjoy a day out, and some Sunderland fans, then fair dues. I'm open for anything. I'm not bothered either way.
Right, fair enough. Keep it brief, Jack, if you can, because I want to try and get crew in it if we can. So would you have Would you put it back and have fans in, or just want it played straight away?
Well, actually, a statement today from Tranmere confirmed that the game will be played on the 14th of March anyway. The charity, but it's going ahead in the March. To be honest with you, I think for the sake of 10,000 fans getting in or social distance, you'd probably be looking at an escort type thing for fans coming in and then leaving the ground. So you wouldn't have any kind of morning on Wembley where night into Falca. Wembley will be 10,000 fans social distanced. It's not the real Wembley experience. And I think, to be honest with you, it's too much hassle to push it back just for the sake of 10,000 fans. And financially, would it even be that great anyway? Because you probably have to hire so many staff to make sure that social distancing was adhered. If you were to say, let's push it back to a date when we can get all the fans in and have a great Wembley experience, then it's a slightly different question for me. But I think with the way that, look, we've tried to ease lockdown so many times and we have to keep putting rules back in place again, I can't really say. I can't see how you can confirm a certain date where life is going to come back to normal. I know I said I was going to be brief, Phil, but there you go. You have my answer. No, let's play it.
No, sorry. Deano, are you on your keyboard there?
No, it's not me.
No, I'm just hearing the right bit of stuff going on.
I wonder if it's Jacob, because it's only happened since Jacob. Come on.
Yeah, let's blame Jacob. Jacob.
His fault.
Right.
It's his fault. That's it.
Right. What we're going to do then? There's loads I'm not going to get in. I wanted to mention this thing about Jermaine Defoe leaving Rangers and stuff, but we ain't going to get it in. Crew, 3 o'clock Saturday. Crew versus Sunderland. We're 5th in the league, 7 points off second, 8 points off top. Crew are 11th. They just beat Accrington Stanley 2-0 on Tuesday. I mean, on paper, we should be winning this. I think we'll keep it brief. Give us a quick your thoughts on how you think it's going to go and a score prediction. Deano, we'll start with you.
Well, I was going to request an extra half an hour since we talked about half an hour about my bedroom, so let's add another half an hour on. I'm going to say we're going to win. We're going to win, 100%. I mean, Crew, I know they're 11th, but the way Sunderland are playing at the minute and the way we're scoring goals and keeping clean sheets, we're going to win. I don't care what anyone says, we're going to win. And I think the score will be another 2-0.
Right, 2-0 for Deano.
Extra half an hour, half an hour, anyone?
Hang on. I can't stand if Jacob will sort his crackling out. We might go a bit more. Can I just quickly say, Mark Rodham on the chat said, did Dodds mention escorts?
I meant purely in a sense of letting fans into and out of Wembley and in no other sense, Mark.
Don't lie, you stupid boy.
Right.
I thought he was insinuating that's what Deano had in his bedroom this afternoon.
Is that Hulk Hogan looking like forcing you to be positive? Is he holding you captive?
Right.
He's got a stitch job of making the bed anyway. It's crap.
Right. Listen, Jacob, have you got any earphones or something you can put in, because people are getting really abusive now on the chat, saying that if you don't sort it out, they're going to come down south and sort you out. We're assuming it's you because it was okay until you came on.
Is that any better?
Yes.
Yeah, I think that's much better. We can't even hear you.
Turn the camera off as well. That'd be even
Speak to
better.
us. There you go. Michael Bowers. Yeah, I think that's sorted. That's sorted. Thanks, Jacob.
Okay.
Michael Bowers, Crew on Saturday.
Right, I'll talk before Jacob. Okay. Crew apparently have got the third best home form in the league, but apparently we've got the best fourth best away. It'll be a tough game. It always is. I'm going to go Crew 1, Sunderland 2, a hat trick of 2-1 wins that I've predicted anyway. But just get any 3 points.
Right, so Crew 1, Sunderland 2. Jacob down south. What do you think to the game then on Saturday? Crew on paper should win it. So what do you think? And give us a score prediction as well.
We should win it. I think it will be tougher than the last two we've played. I think Crew, like Michael was saying, have not been a bad side at home this season, but I think we'll have enough quality at the end of the day to get past them. I don't think it'll be as straightforward, but I'm going to say a 2-1 Sunderland win.
2-1, you're saying? Same as Michael. Right, on the chat, it says down here, do you realise that the guys on the right-hand side can't be seen with the chat window open? Well, that's a little bit of a bonus for you, really, because it's only Terry and Jacob you're obviously missing off. You've got the 4 best-looking ones on, so just can I know what? Flip them round.
Switch on to the right-hand side.
Well, we could do that like that. Switch that over. I do know. Right.
People want to see my bedroom. No, that's the thing.
Yeah. Terry, what do you think then? Crew on Saturday and a score prediction from you as well.
Yeah, good result beating out in Stanley the other night, and I think Crew's a decent little side. They'll easily stay in League One playing decent football, but I think we've turned the corner. And I think after a cagey opening half an hour, we'll slip 4 goals past them and win 4-0.
Oh, Terry, I love you. I love anything like that.
Hopefully.
Right, brilliant. I so hope you're right. Jack Dodds, what do you think to Saturday against Crew?
Well, because I know you want to keep it brief, Phil, I'll leave all of my thoughts to the preview I did with Reese, who's a Crew fan and follows them. There you go.
Good man. I forgot to mention that. Yes, yeah, Jack's done a preview, which will be on our channel from tomorrow. You can see that previewing the game against
definitely
Crew.
Will not be watching that.
Nice to see. Nice to see we all support each other. He can't find his toys. They're in his bed somewhere, man. So, look, all right. I'll run it over next.
Can we just end this? This has got far too weird now.
Listen,
no, we've got extra time. We've got extra time.
Listen, man, I've got to go and see my dad, man. Right, what I was going to ask you. Right, Jermaine Defoe. It's been announced today that he's going to leave Rangers at the end of the season, and he's going to be, well, he'll be what, 39, I think. And people are all getting excited and going, "Oh, you know, we'll have him back." I'll throw it round just then. Terry, Jermaine Defoe, end of the season coming back, and let's say we've gone up to the Championship. Would you have him back? Do you think he could do a job still at that age?
Why, aye, of course, 100%. I would take him back. He looks after himself. He's scored some good, decent goals this season for Rangers, or even last season. Yeah, he's fit as a fiddle. He'll do well in the Championship, score a hatful for Sunderland. Of course, I'll have him back all day long.
All right, superb. I forgot to mention, because we've been carried away with Deano's bed and Hulk Hogan in his bedroom and all this and all this. We've got 166 people on the stream at the moment watching. Thank you very much to you lot for that. We've only got 58 likes and we haven't got long left. So if 42 of you just bang the thumbs up, just do that. We can get that up to 100 before we and it'll take you a second to do that. So Terry, yes.
Unless they think it's been an absolute shite show, then do the thumbs down instead.
Oh, we'll get
the thumbs down. The thumbs down's going up there.
I want a joke and press the up one instead.
No, press the down one.
Hey.
Jacob, Jermaine, I can't even say it. Tonight it's been a shambles. Jermaine Defoe. I mean, I think everybody would love to have him back, wouldn't they? Could he still do a job for us?
Mm. Yeah, absolutely. What Terry was saying. I don't think he would be quite there in terms of fitness, what he used to be, but I still think he'd make a decent squad player to have for any side in the Championship. To be honest, I'm not sure what Terry's doing, to be honest. But, what was I going to say? Oh, yeah, Jermaine Defoe. I'm baffled by it. Yeah, JD.
You're distracted.
No, will I ever get there? Yeah, I think
What is it?
it's very unlikely, to be honest. I think he may potentially be looking towards retirement very soon, if I'm honest. But I think I heard somewhere he's doing his coaching badges at the moment. He wants to get that done, and also there's times he has made the odd appearance on Sky Television as a pundit, so maybe he'll want to take up that career as well. So, yeah, good luck to him. What he decides to do, to be honest, he'll always be a Sunderland legend through thick and thin. So, if he comes back, it's a bonus. Right. But if not, we'll still love JD.
Right. Andrew Robbins, the serial online shopper, says yes. Get Defoe back. I think we're doing him a disservice here because DJ Sizzler Watson says he's only 38. Oh, he's just a boy. Get him back. Do the job. Mark Rodham says, are you doing an extended pre-live show for Wembley? We've got a very special show lined up for Wembley. We're just putting it all together at the moment. And obviously we can't go. But the next best thing, I promise you, will be if you tune in to us, we'll make it as good as we can for you and give you that Wembley experience on the day. So make sure you tune in for that. Have we done Michael Jermaine Defoe? You did reset your router, didn't you?
Yeah, definitely.
No.
The only realistic way I could see him coming back is...
You're talking bollocks, man.
Swearing, man.
Anyway, I would say that the only realistic way Jermaine Defoe would... Hey, God. Honestly, Jacob comes on late and thinks he can get away with swearing. Anyway.
Aye.
The only realistic way Jermaine Defoe would come back is if it was in
sorted
the Championship.
For you, Michael, sorted.
In any way, shape, or form, to see him coming in League One. No chance. If we got promoted, then yes. Oh no! Yeah.
Sorry, Michael. Carry on.
No, his connection's gone. But anyway, yeah.
No, he pressed F2
in the Championship. I could see him coming back if we're in League. But either way, yes, I'd love to have him back.
Right, excellent, Michael. Right, you've all mixed up the audio, and I don't know who's gone. Right, Deano, quick as you can. I've got to go and see me dad. Come on, man. Jermaine Defoe.
Yeah, I'd have him back. I mean, Michael says he might. Jacob said he might go and do a coaching role or whatever. I've seen that. He says that he doesn't want to hang up his boots just yet. I think at 39, yeah. I mean, it's old, but he's a class above League One, and he might. It's all for a footballer. But I mean, who would you rather have, Danny Graham or Jermaine Defoe? There's no question. Jermaine Defoe every day of the week.
Let me think. Yeah, that's a tricky one.
I'd Danny Graham.
I'd have him back in a heartbeat. I mean, he's one of the best strikers we've had since.
Comment, you're out.
He's pressed F2 again. He's pressed F2 again. He's been one of the best strikers we've had since and Darren Bent. So I'd have him back in a heartbeat. I mean, he can definitely still score goals. You don't lose your finishing. That's the last to go. It's your speed what goes and your agility. And the way we play, look at Charlie Wyke. One touch Charlie Wyke. He shoots and he scores. And I think Defoe would be exactly the same, but even better.
Right. Nigel Dunn on the chat says cheesy chips on SAFC Fan TV. Cracking. We asked you about the likes as well, by the way. We're on 94. So if 6 of you just give us a like, hit the thumbs up there, do that. That'll get the guys up to 100. Jack, quickly, your thoughts on Jermaine Defoe?
Yeah, I mean, my favourite Sunderland player of all time at the tender age I am. I didn't get an experience for him. But no idea what Terry is doing.
What is going on?
I'm trying to shout out Conrad's comment on the live chat saying next week we'll have at least 10 minutes of football talk. But yeah,
what is he doing?
I know he's of an age where some people might look at and raise an eyebrow, but I mean he's been doing really well at Rangers and he does keep himself really fit. And I think I'm struggling to concentrate here, but I think if we go to the Championship, I think that'll definitely compensate for the age that he could be at, and he'd still be a cut above in terms of quality. So yeah, I'd take him a heartbeat if I could question of whether he want to come back. But yeah, I appreciate no one's going to listen to what I'm saying because of Terry's antics. But yeah, you know.
I don't listen to you anyway, Jack. It's all right. I don't listen to you anyway.
That makes two of us.
Nah, you talk bollocks anyway.
Listen, Jacob, will you watch your mouth, please?
Exactly.
Listen, regardless of what people may think, we are actually a team. It's just a bit of banter. That's all we. That's all we do. We've got. Listen. We've got 101 likes. Thank you very much to you for that. All I can do is. Oh, I'll tell you what. Before we do go, don't forget if you got any photos of Wembley, or you wanna you watch the show and you want to do a little video clip, you can send us just for Wembley, for the day of Wembley, and which the lads look. We'll include you in our Wembley show when we do that. Anything you've got, you can send us to our email address, which is on the screen for you now, or of course any of our social media platforms. I can hear my wife laughing through the other room here. So, and again, all I can say is I just apologise to you if you come on here for some serious football chat tonight. We've been a little bit silly, but we've had a laugh. We've had a laugh, haven't we? We've had a laugh. Until Jacob came on.
SAFC Fan TV for football talk, Phil. That's what I want to know.
Yeah, of course.
I've got a beautiful wife. And you know I've got a beautiful wife.
Deano.
What? Yes,
he's got a beautiful wife.
and Deano, your dad thinks she's beautiful as well, doesn't she?
Oh yes.
Right.
Everyone does.
Let's just end the show now.
Yeah.
Don't even do an outro. Just cut it now. Just finish it.
I want to jump back into bed and unmake it.
Right, listen. Look, thanks for joining us once again. We will be back. Jack's preview of the Crew game will be on our channel tomorrow. Make sure you check that out. And we will be back on Saturday. I don't know where we are. Saturday with a live stream. So make sure you tune in for that as well. But it's been chaos. But we've had a laugh from myself, Wee Philly, from Jack Dogs. Jack, say bye.
Bye, everyone.
Man.
I'm sorry. I'm
the
sorry.
Mad mistake.
Sorry.
The Mad Mistake and his new friend there. Hey, see you. Jacob downstairs, showing us he's there. Give us a wave, Jacob.
He's got that bad internet again.
I think.
He's moved him about,
Deano, before you go, show everybody your bed.
Well made.
There's not many people saying that.
It's a good wash.
Mike Powers, give us a wave.
See you later, guys.
All right, are we all done? I think we're all done. 19th century. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you later. Bye-bye. Bye.